school anthem. So help us, God. Please let's have our seats. Thank you very much. Very shortly, we shall welcome our special guests to the high table. And the first person we are going to invite is our very dear retired principal, Mrs. Penny Adewale. Put your hands together for her. She was here in 2023, and I'm glad she's here this morning. You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you very much. Welcome with me, our very own mother, Mrs. Amo RM, to the high table. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you. And next is Mrs. Ishola Kennedy. While we await the arrival of Mr. Tunde Oshokoya, the representative of the president, is also the secretary of the association. Thank you. Okay, so next we will invite our judges. And with me this morning is our very dear team leader. I told my principal that I met her some time ago. I wouldn't know if she remembers. That was last year at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, the competition they organized for their children. And we were together till late in the night. And I'm glad to have her this morning. Please welcome with me, Mrs. Oyekunle. She's the chief judge, like I told you. She's one of the team leaders in English language. You're welcome, ma'am. I'm glad to have you this morning. Okay, welcome with me another judge, Mrs. Akintola. Please put your hands together for her. All right. Welcome, Mrs. Adeniyi. She's also one of the judges. Thank you. You're welcome, ma'am. Next, we welcome our very own principal, Mrs. Olaoye, to the high table. Please put your hands together for her. And our mommy, our principal from the junior school, Mrs. Olayiwola. Please put your hands together for her too. We want to appreciate our teachers from Abbey Technical. Please come to the high table, ma'am. There are places, ma'am. We have extra chairs. All right. I think I know Mr. Cole by proxy. I'm sure you'll be glad to know who he is. Okay. I've been asked to keep mum. All right. You're welcome, sir. Madam, I didn't know your name. Mrs. Oyekunle is also here with us. Please put your hands together for her. I have Mrs. Adesomi. Okay, Mr. Oladiji is also here with us. Mr. Oyekunle, he wants truth and more to make this a possibility. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much for being a solid support. The Lord bless you. And my very own sister, Mrs. Akonwo, please put your hands together for her. And my sister, what do I call you now? Miss Lawal. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you. Okay, so without wasting time, we'll go straight to the business of the day. The reason is the president is not around, or better still, his representative is not around. Okay, so we'll go to the debate proper. Please, can we have the debaters? Okay, Ms. Akonwo is going to be our timekeeper for this event. Please put your hands together for her. Please have your seat. All right. Please, let's have the contestants. We have the junior schools and then the senior schools. Please come over to this table, to this chair. What about our invited schools? Abbey Technical and Liberty Secondary Commercial Academy. Please join them then. Thank you. Okay. We would start with the junior school debate. Please, I apologize for this oversight. Please, I'm going to hand over to the Chief Judge to tell us what is expected of us as contestants. Please pay close attention so that you won't miss the rules. I hope you understand. Okay, so instructions are the highways of life. Please pay attention to these instructions. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, students. You are here for a debate, is that not so? We'll be expecting you to give us or to argue accurately what we shall be assessing you on. We're looking at your points, how you deliver the points, how you deliver your points that you have prepared on the same topic we are given. What we're looking at So we're looking at your points. The points you have prepared. We're looking at how you deliver these points. Your comportment, clarity, and how relevant is that point you are delivering. Also, we're looking at your engagement. How you engage with others. How you flow with your points. Arrangement of your points. What you ought to to say first, you say last. What you're supposed to say last, you say is first. Those are the things we do. Then, as far as siblings, I believe that every debate we always hear, and I wish I have been able to convince you and not confuse you. How persuasive are you? Have you been able to convince us? The last one is the rebuttal. That's your mode of argument. Your opponent said this, and my opponents have said, but I want to say, how you counter your opponents. We'll be observing that and assessing you on it. I believe you, if I were, I would have been jotting all these things so that I will note them by the time I'm talking or I'm presenting my arguments. It's anybody right? Probably you have a computer and I've already put everything there. There's no problem. However, I believe you are all prepared for these debates. And you are not here to disappoint us. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Mommy. So, we're about to commence. The chief speaker has 5 minutes. The supporting speakers have 3 minutes. The chief speakers would come back to round off on their points and to convince the judges. I hope we are set. Okay, so we'll start with the junior school. And welcome with me the chief speaker from Liberty Secondary Commercial Academy. I used to be there too, up until 2021. So I'm happy to have you back. Please welcome the chief speaker with me. Put your hands together for her. Thank you.
Good day, respected judges. Good day, respected moderator, the timekeeper, the chairman, and my eloquent opponents, and my ever-attentive audience. I am Oyekunle officer. I am Dave from Lipsakad. Today, I am not only here to support the motion. Here with me today, I have a life experience on me with the logic truth and a very clear topic on this debate. First of all, let's start with the very foundation of this debate. What is examination? An examination, often shortened to an exam, is a test or assessment used to evaluate some people or someone's skills, knowledge, or ability in a particular aspect, area, or subject. What is true test? True test means a genuine, reliable, objective way of evaluating something. What is ability? Ability refers to someone's capability to understand, apply, or execute a knowledge and skills in a given context. So the question before us today is very simple. Is examination a method to evaluate someone's preparation, competency, and understanding? My answer is a confident yes, and kindly allow me to explain why. First, examination is objective and unique. Let's start with the obvious reason. Let's start with the obvious reading. Objectivity. Examination is how well one can recall or gaps and information for over a long period. You may be a child in a village in Jokoto or a student in the heart of London. No, examination does not know you, does not know your name, does not know your gender, does not know your age, even your background. What examination simply asks is what you are capable of, what you can recall, and how prepared you are. Secondly, examination reward handwork, discipline, and mental focus. For you to read over a long period, months, year, and revise. At the end of the day, you are going to appear to show your preparedness over a long period. It's true that examination is not easy. You have to make an effort before you pass an examination. One, you must be self-confident. You must have confidence in the subject you are doing. Two, how well you can recall the information. Thirdly, and how well you are under pressure. You stay calm, not under pressure. And how well you have been able to recollect all the information you have read over a long period. Examination is a true test of one ability, as I have earlier said. So examination does not know who you are, does not know your gender. For you to pass an examination, you have to read over a long. You have to read before the examination comes. And for you, you have to be hard work, dedicated, and be mental focused. In conclusion, examination, ladies and gentlemen, I am on the set, on the foundation with that examination is the true test of one's ability. Thanks.
Round of applause for her. Thank you for doing justice to the topic of the debate. Please have your seat. Thank you. Please, I'll welcome the opponent from Christ High School. Put your hands together.
According to Yuval Noah Harari, the real test of knowledge is not whether it is true, but whether it empowers us. Good day, my amiable chairperson, honorable judges, accurate timekeepers, my co-debaters, and my fellow students. I am Oladika Arimide, a bona fide student of Christ High School, Oleyo Junior, and I am here to speak against the motion stating that examinations are the true test of one's abilities. In my opinion, I believe examinations are not the true test of one's abilities. Though examinations are often seen as the benchmark for measuring one's knowledge and abilities, but they have several limitations. Here are a few points to buttress my reasons. First, examinations can be a significant source of unnecessary stress, which can negatively impact an individual performance. Second, examinations are often focused on rote memorization rather than critical thinking, creativity, or practical skills. Third, exams are typically timed, which can limit the ability to think deeply or reflectively. Initially, examinations may not accurately reflect real-world scenarios or challenges. Basically, exams aren't the only way to measure abilities. They mainly test memorization and regurgitation of facts under pressure, often overlooking creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. In addition, ability encompasses a broader range of skills and attributes that exams might not capture. Moreover, many capable individuals struggle with exam anxiety or don't perform well under tight conditions despite their potential and competence. Moreover, finally, ability encompasses a broader range of skills, including problem solving, communication, and collaboration, which cannot be fully captured by traditional exams. In addition, exams performance can be influenced by factors like learning style and socio-economic background. In conclusion, while examinations can be a useful tool for assessing certain aspects of knowledge and abilities, they should not be the sole measure of one's potential. A more holistic approach to assessment, incorporating various methods, can provide a more accurate and comprehensive understanding of an individual's ability. I hope I've been able to persuade you beyond reasonable doubt that examinations are not the true test of one's abilities. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Please, I would like to invite the supporting speaker from Liberty Secondary Commercial Academy. Thank you.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Principal, the staffs, accurate timekeeper, panels of judges, co-debater, and my fellow students. Good day all. My name is Michelle. I'm from Liberty Commercial Secondary School. Standing here before you to support in the favor of the motion, which says examination is the true test of one's ability. First of all, what is examination? Examination is the formal test of a person's knowledge in a subject and skills proficiency. Second, the examination has long been the cornerstone of academic system. It measures not only knowledge, but comprehension, retention, and ability to apply learned concepts under pressure. These are few indicators of a person's ability. 1. Examination measures knowledge and understanding. Examination are structured to assess what the student has learned over a given period. Through written, oral, and practical format, they test the range of cognitive skills and from basic record to deep understanding. 2. Examination encourages discipline and hard work. Examination instills a sense of discipline, requires contests and time management and goal setting. All these are key life skills that are closely tied to a person's abilities. Theory, standardized measurement across diverse group. In education institution, examination provides a fair and standardized way of assessing all students regardless of background, gender, and personality. This standardization helps identify merit and potential objectively. 4. Real-life parallels. In real life, we all are examined job interview, driver test, and professional certificate. All these are forms of exam. They reflect our ability to meet standards and solve problems in a short situation. 5. Help identify strengths and weakness. Examination serves as a feedback tool. It reveals where one excels and where improvement is needed. This clarity is essential in developing one's potential and making informed decisions in failure learning career path. In conclusion, while examination may not be perfect, it still remains the most widely effective and reliable structured method of assessing one's ability because the test range, understanding, knowledge, skills, and readiness for future challenges. Therefore, I hereby strongly affirm you all that examination is indeed a true test of one's ability. Thank you.
Put your hands together for her, especially for our ability to manage time. All right, so let's have the supporting speaker from Christ High School.
Good day, the chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my audience. I am Ade Israel. I'm here to oppose the motion that examination is true test of one ability. Why is examination not a true test of one ability? First, examination creates ability to record information rather than fostering genuine understanding. Students can fact and figure, generating every two paper to excel. Meanwhile, true ability lies not just lying on knowing the answer, but understanding the principle and applying them creatively, especially in a local situation. Furthermore, examination creates artificial anxiety that hinders individual performance regardless of the actual competence. This can lead to mental blocks because most knowledgeable students face time constraints and fear of failure. Moreover, examinations tend to favor certain early students like disadvantaging others. For instance, a brilliant engineer who could build innovative solution and can also purely theoretical question. This implies that the ability manifests in diverse way, which a single assessment method, which is known as an exam, can card the witness and the writing. In addition, examination fails to assess crucial aspects in professional world and life in general, such as resilience, adaptability, communication skills, emotional intelligence, that contribute to impact and achievement. However, let's reduce score on paper and focus on personal quality. In conclusion, while examination focuses on standardized measure of certain academic knowledge, which are far from being true test of one ability. The true test of one ability lies in talent, underage of skills, and personal quality, rather than focusing on exam results. This is the right time to move beyond paper score and embrace diverse method in evaluating and recognizing multifaceted ability which an individual possesses. Co-debaters, panel of judges, and chairman, I hope I'm able to persuade you that examination is not the true test of one ability. Thank you.
Thank you. Permit me to invite the second supporting speaker from Liberty Academy. Put your hands together for him.
Standing on all existing protocol, my name is Akib Nolajumoke. I'm from Liberty Secondary Commercial Academy. I'm here to support the motion, which says examination is the true test of one's ability. Firstly, let me tell the story of Dr. Bennett Omalu. Dr. Bennett Omalu is a Nigerian who made history in America. He was a young man who passed every examination in America. He advanced qualification in the United States. He was trusted to perform autopsies and take the course of medical science because he was tested. It was his background raised as an enemy sit at the table. It was when he was placed with the same condition with others, he excelled. That is the power of examination. It gives credibility and proof capacity. As my teammates rightly stated, exams are pre-objective. Exams do not care if you are rich or poor, male or female. It cares about how well you understand and apply knowledge. Let me categorically. Exams build mental resilience. Examination tests more than memories. They test more than memories. They test time management, emotional control, strategic thinking, and ability. Some fluid, also alternative. Some fluid continuous assignments or projects are better, but this often gives work, manipulation, and external help. In conclusion, examinations are not perfect, but they are powerful. They are not the only test, but they remain the truest, most practical, most standardized measured ability. Ladies and gentlemen, the world inability examination is the true test. Thank you.
A round of applause for her. Thank you. Let's have the second supporting speaker from Christ High School.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, esteemed opponent, school coordinators, and audience. My name is Bola Abdullah Yomude. I am a student from Christ High School Junior, Oyekunle. I am here to stand against the motion that examination is the true test of one's ability. First of all, what examination? Examination is a written test which a student writes under pressure. Why is examination not the true test of one's ability? First, Examination does not show if someone has truly acquired certain knowledge or skills. Second, no examination is a true indicator of a student's true ability because a student can cheat during exams. Moreover, brilliant students sometimes score low marks or fail their exam due to the pressure on them. This makes them demotivated by their results. Examination does not help students in moral behavior. Example, examination does not help students on how to greet or respect parents and elders. In addition, examination does not help students to broaden their understanding of rewards. Examinations are also ineffective because of some students who usually do memorization and cramming. It is also very ineffective because it does not encourage knowledge application. I also want to remind you of some students who usually cram answers or topics without having the deep understanding of what the question practically means. That is why you are going to see a student who has A's in his results. When the student is done in the exam hall, ask he or she if he can recall the answers that he has written in the exam hall. He can't remember most of it because he crammed the answers. While I'm about to round up, examination is guilty of memorization and cramming, not the true test of one person or overall ability. I hope with this point of mine, I am able to convince you that examination is not the true test of one's ability. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we have the Chief Speaker from Liberty Academy to round off on the debate topic? Thank you.
Examination is the most thing that students need because access retentives and memories. He will be able to recall all the information you have studied so far. He or she may be able to stand among all the students that I am a person that reads. And examination is not all about cramming. It's not all about cramming. Because examination, you have to read and understand all the topics you have been taught, and not about cramming. Cramming is not common, but read and understand, because examination is the true test of one's ability, as Elias said. Examination is the most things people like because it helps you, it encourages, it boosts your confidence. It helps you to boost your confidence in the world. Like, you'll be able to stand among your peers or any other people that I know this, because you are able to recall all the information you learned, you read, and you understand, not that about cramming. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Then let's have the Chief Speaker from Christ High School.
In addition to the points gathered by my co-debaters and I, my opponent made mention that exam is used to focus on standardized measure. Exam rarely assess crucial life skills such as creativity, emotional intelligence, leadership, or problem solving in a real-life context. Standardized exams are designed to be uniform, ignoring individuals' talent or examination disparities. My opponent made a statement that examinations are used to test one's ability and intelligence. It's very obvious that she forgot to mention. Exam reward rote learning rather than deep comprehension. A student who crams a old textbook the night before may outperform one who truly understands the subject but can't recall facts under pressure. Is that a true test of knowledge? I think not. Some of the world's most successful people were poor exam takers but went on to achieve greatness in a field that cannot be measured on a standardized exam. Exam ignore differences in background, opportunities, and personal circumstances. In conclusion, exam may test what a student can remember, but they cannot measure the strength of one's dream, the depth of creativity, or the ability to rise after failure. Many brilliant minds have been judged unfairly because they could not perform well in a timed test. Although true ability shines in real-world challenges, in character, in passion, and in perseverance, not just on paper. So let us not reduce human potential to a score, because greatness are always not found on the pages of an answer sheet. I would like to end this with a quote by Salman Khan, stating that the real test of knowledge should be a way to test what you know, not a way to punish you for what you don't. Panel of judges, I speak against this motion, and I hope I've been able to persuade you and not to confuse you that examinations are not the true test of the
Thank you very much. While I leave the judges to make their decisions, I'd like the senior schools to get ready. Okay, so we have with us this morning representatives from Abbey Technical School. Please can we have the chief speaker from Abbey Technical? Thank you. Your hands together for her.
Education is said to be a golden opportunity, a ladder to success, and a tool for personal and societal transformation. However, many students neglect its value. The reason for this are being motivated, some being external and some being intrinsic. Good day, ladies and gentlemen, panel of judges, across time people, co-debaters, and my fellow students. I am Ijibadi Esther from Abbey Technical Secondary School. Here to stand in strong support of the notion which state students are to be blamed for not taking education seriously. To begin with, students of today are given better resources, facilities, and easier access to information more than ever before. Online classes, YouTube, and digital libraries are all on our fingertips. Yet, instead of making most of these opportunities, many tend to embrace the negative side of technology. Instead, even though they know the dangers in it. Who could be blamed for this change in priority? Maybe the parent, but much more and definitely the students. In addition, many students lack sense of responsibility, resulting to blame the teachers, the school, and even the education